An art artist crafts info job school introduction. Art goes from paintings, visual art, to designing buildings to every TV commercial, movie and picture or logo you see. It covers body art and tattoos. There are thousands of art museums and galleries worldwide. Photography is an art form. A lot of jewelry is handmade. There's interior and industrial design. This book is a central place for art appreciation, jobs, and the business of art. It's a mix of art jobs and self-employment opportunities. In order to sell your products, refer to internet auctions and flea markets. I look at art from the point of view of business and a job. I list the websites for lots of art galleries and art museums worldwide. Art is fun, but most does not make much money. The movies often have a successful eccentric artist living in material splendor, but in real life, art is on the same level as a generic consumer product for most people. I saw some artist on one of them Real Housewives show with his big studio supposedly selling art pieces for $50,000 a shot, but that's a delusion perpetrated by people trying to create an aura of elitism within society. I've seen several great art websites disappear like Arts Links and ARTS5. Were used to be a big art information website before they changed to pure sales. You can find old versions at archive.org. I didn't become an artist in the sense of creating art, which I think is frivolous junk. I even think Michelangelo's statue of David was a waste of time. We now got computer-aided design machines that can do all that. I liked Michelangelo's life though, as portrayed in the 1965 movie The Agony and the Ecstasy, about a guy trying to explore his life, trying to express what God created him to be. I freed myself from society's lies at around the age of 28 when I realized that the world's system of knowledge, government, capitalism, religion, and life was all someone else's ideas thrust over my naked essence as a pure human being. I set upon living by my true nature while watching the brainwashed people around me living their lives engulfed by the matrix. It's good for me because I live a free life without much in the way of stress or material possessions, while people around me bring food to the stores, collect the garbage, provide electricity, etc. I created this book about the art appreciation and artist lifestyle to see what artists are doing and help them earn a living doing what they love to do. There are some great art websites out there like art-collecting.com, artnet.com, zeroland.co.nz. Computer art is where it's at, even if you still do most of your art the old school way. There are art jobs in video games, comic books, graphic novels, and cartoons. SachiGallery.com claims to be the #1 art museum news website. nga.gov, metmuseum.org, MoMA.org, and Getty.edu are probably the biggest American art museum websites. Some artists work for others. Most work for themselves. You have to hustle to sell your stuff. You have to know about marketing. Artists sell on Craigslist, Kijiji, and eBay. There used to be portfolio websites around. Nowadays, artists are going straight on Instagram or YouTube to showcase their stuff and selling through eBay.com. There are some art websites that work like eBay for artists. You post your stuff up to offer for sale onto their website in your own personal portfolio. They have different arrangements on how you pay them. Some charge a monthly fee. Some let you post your stuff up for free. They sell it, then take a commission before they credit your account with the money. Art is an aesthetic appreciation of how you live, feel, and experience life day by day. You are what you are. If you feel compelled to draw paintings, that's your right. Hopefully you can earn a living from it. Creative people try to capture some unique moment of intense beauty, truth, emotion, or perfection. Artists try to free themselves from general mundanity. An artist is a person who realizes they are their true nature, and that's it. My only obligation in life is to know this store of natural energy inside of me and release it to the best of my ability day after day, just like Michelangelo sculpting stone until he was 90 years old, living off cheap wine and bread, which is what he did. He was what he was. Lucky for him, he figured it out and lived according to his own standards, not by the artificial standards of the world. Most of us aren't this noble, strong or free. Many of us dabble in arts and crafts as a hobby. Many find it hard to earn a living as an artist, so we have to sacrifice at least part of who we really are to do boring things for money. I want is to release a good dose of my natural energy every day to get that feeling of a euphoric high that creative types know about. You free yourself from the mundanity of the human condition. Normal people don't understand that life is about the high of being inspired all the time. It's chasing the feeling of freeing yourself from the mundanity of the average routine feeling to feel excited, inspired, manic and easy breezy cool. They even have a mental illness for it called bipolar, but I don't listen to them knuckleheads. Nobody defines my life for me but me. Average, mundane people don't understand this need for creatively inspired people to release whatever it is that lives inside of them with gusto, love, and intensity for the process. Average people constantly seek to be entertained and buy material things to fill up their existential hole that can only righteously be filled through action, following your soul. In the novel Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, Stephen Dedalus concludes that an artist's life is the pursuit of truth, beauty, and perfection. He or she must free themselves from society's institutions and dogma to live their own lives by their own truth. Henry David Thoreau, E. E. Cummings, Ralph Waldo Emerson among others said it's very hard to live as an individual. Henry David Thoreau said that most men live quiet lives of desperation. I think it's true. Henry David Thoreau, who died young at about 47, was already complaining, in his book Walden, that men don't build their own houses anymore. They go into town and work for other men. He foresaw the rural-urban shift where we don't live off the land anymore. We live artificial lives in towns. The establishment wants conformist working clones. Many normal people don't understand people who live by their own values and don't buy into the bull like politics, government, patriotism, sports, fashion, the cult of celebrity, the traditional work ethic, etc. You make your money in capitalist land, you buy your junk whatever it is to feel good, but you're still not living a cool, free life of exploration and fun. Life is a solitary affair for everyone. I'm happy being who I am. That's all I can be, who I really am. Unfortunately, most people get sucked into society's lies and end up living according to other people's standards. That's the tragedy. It's common. Most people are not who they really want to be. They're comfortable because they're making money working dull jobs. Is this better than being a starving or poor artist? At what point do you sell your soul? Is the pursuit of material comfort and entertainment a worthy life? The problem with being an artist is that unless you're extremely lucky and get some kind of reputation or popularity, you have to constantly market your work if you want to earn a living. They say Van Gogh sold one painting in his life. Artists are artists. They hate the drag parts of having to treat their art as a business venture. The modern artist cannot sit in a studio creating great art that no one sees. You have to figure out that no one gives a crap about whatever it is that you feel a compelling need to do, then do it to please yourself. Every generation has to find its own soul. All you owe God or nature is to become what you were naturally created to be. All you own is the piece of the Creator inside of you. All you can do is honor it. That's why artists are what they are and don't care about the materialistic, frivolous things normal people do. The character in the novel Stephen Dedalus questioned the church, the government, the school, certain academic subjects and the system to conclude that it was all brainwash and mind control, so he was free to live his life his way, which is a state of being very few people get to, and of those that do, very few people manage to figure out how to stay inspired about creating their lives from what they feel within themselves day after day. Being an artist is to tap into the divine presence within you that created you. It can be hard to be an artist because you're not on the same materialistic, capitalist, working schedule lifestyle that almost everyone else is, answering to Big Brother, paying your taxes obediently without questioning why you should pay taxes to a bunch of greedy, evil crooks pretending to be leaders out for my well-being. Most people are satisfied working any job to earn enough money to be comfortable and entertained for a few hours every night after work. An artist needs to live by his or her soul all the time, otherwise they feel like they're betraying themselves. I did a lot of exploration as a young man. I concluded the same thing that John Milton, the blind poet, did: man is not changed by place or time. When people say they like to travel, I think, what for? The scenery and the people are the same everywhere. Life is about making yourself feel good from within. Do that by expending your natural energy. Be true to yourself all the time. Very few people, except for true artists, have a clue about what that really means. Beauty is truth and perfection in various incarnations. Beauty to me is a naturally pretty woman, the way I feel when I release my natural energy, the pursuit of aesthetics, what is good, pleasing, and nice, and simple truth, which is peeling away everything I was ever brainwashed by, so that it's just me and my own purity in my own soul. Even though I believe in the pursuit of beauty as a lifestyle, I'm a practical guy because money runs the world. I was impressed by a wooden sculpture of a religious scene in one of the Kremlin museums, but overall I'm hooked on generating a good feeling about life by doing aesthetic-inspired pursuits. I understand that artistic paintings, statues, and jewelry are an expression of the human spirit. The real canvas is your life as you live it.